What's up, everybody? DJ Bucky here, Move the Sticks. We've got something fun planned for today, Bucky. We're going to do a mock draft, but we're going to do...
No. Not a mock draft.
Yes.
Not another mock draft.
We're doing a mock draft, but we're going to ping-pong back and forth. That's how we're going to do
okay.
it. So we don't do our own. We're going to do a combined mock draft. All right, go ahead. You go first. You're up first.
All right, so with the first pick, I'm the
Browns.
Cleveland Browns. I know we desperately need a quarterback, but I'm going to continue to stick to the premise of best player available. So let's go Myles Garrett from Texas A&M. This is something that they desperately need. Greg Williams comes over to take over the defense. If they want to get the dog pound rocking, they have to be able to knock quarterbacks around and get off the field. This is someone that gives them the opportunity to do so.
Now, I'm up next with the San Francisco 49ers, who have a need at the quarterback position.
They do have a need.
But I don't think it's going to come in this draft. That's why I'm going to shock you right here at number 2, Bucky. I'm going to go Solomon Thomas from Stanford. How about that for a shock?
You hear that? All that quiet. Everyone is like, what?
No, that's okay.
What?
Hey,
What?
We got somebody. Just wait. Wait till you see how this guy tests and what he looks like.
Hey, I mean, he's going to test well. I saw him firsthand at the Sun Bowl. He absolutely dominated North Carolina. He was unblockable. He is a menacing presence on the line of scrimmage. And if you're the San Francisco 49ers, you look in that division, you see that defense gives you an opportunity to get to the top of the heap. I think John Lynch may go in that direction. Solomon Thomas at 2 is a little rich, but I understand it. So
We're
now
going to have some fun here.
we have to have a little fun. So now I'm the Chicago Bears. I'm sitting at 3. I mean, when was the last time Chicago really invested in a first-round quarterback and had productive games? I'm going to go with Mitch Trubisky from North Carolina.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that John Fox says that this is going to be my young quarterback that I hang my hat on. They can go with a young guy and see if he can get it done. Grew up in Ohio, understands how to play in cold weather.
I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I'm going to go with a fit at the safety position. And that's Jamal Adams, a safety from LSU. I got him going to the Jags here. Jamal Adams, the way he plays the game, Buck, I see he just plays with his hair on fire. I see some similarities there to the way Eric Berry plays, just flying around smacking people. I see even a little bit of Troy Polamalu and just kind of that reckless abandon he can play with. I think he gives an identity to this defense, who's already pretty good with some really nice pieces now. And now you add him with Jalen Ramsey, that's a heck of a secondary.
Number 5, I'm really conflicted and torn. And the reason I'm conflicted, I understand that the Tennessee Titans have a young quarterback in Marcus Mariota, but they're missing a piece in the back end. So let's get a safety, a versatile safety, a guy that can kind of play all over the place. How about Malik Hooker?
Okay, I like
Malik Hooker at 5 to Tennessee, center field player. A guy, to me, I've heard you compare him to Ed Reed. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Earl Thomas in terms of his range and ability to play over the top. In this defense where you have Dick LeBeau, a lot of zone blitz, ball comes out fast, you need someone that can make sure that everyone is protected over the top. Malik Hooker is that guy. Once he had 7 interceptions last year at Ohio State, I like him a lot. I think he'd be a nice fit in this unit.
Now, I'm sitting here with the New York Jets. Need at the quarterback position. I don't see one here that's worth this slot. I got my number 3 overall player, Marshawn Lattimore, the corner from Ohio State, staring me right in the face right here. I'm going to take him with the New York Jets.
He has big shoes to fill if he replaces Darrelle Revis. I like the player. I like the athleticism. I like the confidence. I like the swag. Still would like to see him be a little more physical as a tackler on the edge. But their secondary let them down. Darrelle Revis didn't play at a high level. Maybe they're able to bring him back. Maybe he can mentor Lattimore when Lattimore is on the other side. I like the pick. But now I'm at, San Diego.
This is a spot with San Diego where we've had safeties going. Now, in this scenario, both safeties are off the board. By the way, I said San Diego. My apologies. The Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm going to go inside. I'm going to give them a little attitude. They haven't had attitude like this since Junior Seau left. So how about a little Reuben Foster inside, an inside linebacker? He's a physical presence in between the tackles. I think he's a bit of an impact player. I'm going to go with Reuben Foster there.
All right, so you went Reuben Foster, who was one of my favorite players. I love Reuben Foster. Now I look at the Carolina Panthers. Let's go Leonard Fournette at LSU.
You know, I like that. The only question I would have about Leonard Fournette is how comfortable can he be in a shotgun formation? When you look at how Carolina typically runs the football, it's a lot of zone read and things of that nature where Cam is in the shotgun. They hand it to someone coming in front. Will they use more pistol? Will they go up under center? I know Ron Rivera has talked about being a team that is a little more traditional in terms of how they go about running the ball physically.
This is traditional.
Some bootleg and stuff. Let's see if they can kind of hold on to that and do it.
All right, Buck, you're up here with Cincinnati.
How about we go off the grid and let's go to Wisconsin and take offensive
Go
tackle
Ramczyk on us?
Ryan Ramczyk, right there, your top 10 pick. I'm going to go with
Wow, okay. Okay. Wow. I mean, they've taken some guys in the last couple of years.
Yeah, they've taken some. So, look, I'm looking over here at tackle. You got Cedric Upwey there, but Eric Winston is the backup. I mean, Whitworth is – I mean, he's like 14 years in. At some point –
he's a free agent, I believe, too.
He is a free agent. At some point, you have to find someone that can do it.
All right, the Buffalo Bills here. I'm going to go to the wide receiver position, and I'm going to go Corey Davis from Western Michigan to team up, hopefully, with a healthy Sammy Watkins.
Okay, I like that. Now I have the New Orleans Saints. I'm the New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton is on record saying that they have to address the pass rush situation. How about Derek Barnett from Tennessee going there?
Okay.
32 sacks, 29 of those against SEC competition. He's a guy who is second on the Volunteers list in terms of all-time tackles for loss. You want to upgrade that pass rush, get someone who has a proven track record for doing so. Derek Barnett is the pick at number 11.
All right, now I'm sitting here, and I'm the
Cleveland.
I'm the Cleveland Browns.
The board is right there. Look, you got Jonathan Allen right there squaring you, right in your face.
And I'm taking him. Look, the quarterback situation needs to get solved, and this pick could very well be on the way to New England for Jimmy Garoppolo. But if they sit right here, man, you give me Myles Garrett and Jonathan Allen, Browns fans, come on. You like this.
I mean, you have to like the fact that you're getting blue-chip players. I mean, that would be a nice pick for them. Inevitably, in every draft, we always see someone have a surprising fall. Maybe Jonathan Allen is that guy based on the fact that he's kind of more of an interior player. He's a guy that he has some sack production, but I don't know if we would go on record saying he's the most dominant sack person on the inside. So then here's a wild card pick. I'm the Arizona Cardinals. His name is Deshaun Kaiser from Notre Dame. And the reason I'm going to say Deshaun Kaiser could be the pick here is when you look at Deshaun Kaiser, big, prototypical quarterback, strong arm throws with timing and anticipation, can make all the throws, yet he's also athletic. In a vertical offense like Bruce Arians runs, I think he's the perfect fit. And to have the opportunity to sit and watch Carson Palmer play the position, I think it is a great situation for him. An ideal situation. Some people may laugh and snicker, but Deshaun Kaiser, to me, is a perfect fit for the Arizona Cardinals right there.
Okay, I like that one there, Buck. Now I'm up here with the Indianapolis Colts. To me, edge rusher is a definite area of need with this football team. I'm gonna go Taco Charlton here, out of Michigan.
Was a bit inconsistent throughout his career, but look, when he's revved up and going, he can be a handful off the edge.
What do you got next here? We got Philly?
Okay, so now I'm the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to go back to the well, and I'm going to say they find the number one receiver. And that number one receiver is Mike Williams.
Ooh, I like
from Clemson. Big physical playmaker. I think we've made the comparison at times to Dez Bryant. I think some people may even liken him a little bit in terms of kind of being the physicality and toughness, maybe the T.O., the way T.O. played on the perimeter. I'm going to go with Mike Williams playing there, being the number one receiver. Carson Wentz is able to throw to him. Then you have Jordan Matthews able to work in the slot. I like that pick. I think it's a great selection for them right there.
Oh, I like that one a lot as well. All right, now I'm up here with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to go to the secondary. I'm going to go Sidney Jones from Washington.
Ooh, I like him.
Sidney Jones, and you watch somebody that just covers easy, mirrors easy, great instincts, great ball skills. All right, Bucky, you're up here.
All right, so with the Washington Redskins, we have two free agent receivers in Pierre Garçon and Deshaun Jackson. We need to find another guy. So how about a guy that I think can be a Deshaun Jackson clone? John Ross from Washington. Put him there, vertical playmaker, can take the top off the defense, but is really a clean route runner. He is a guy that I think you now have young, talented guys with your three receivers. Whoever is the quarterback, Kirk Cousins or anybody else, even Colt McCoy, you now have given them enough weapons on the outside.
All right, Tennessee right here. I'm going to go with the big corner, and I'm going to go Quincy Wilson from Florida.
Ooh, big corner indeed.
So now you've got Quincy Wilson teaming up with Malik Hooker. You have just completely overhauled your secondary. There's some good players still out here, Buck, and I think one of them's fixing to go off the board. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I already wrote it in.
How about Dalvin Cook as my number one running back? Look, we're going to miss Doug Martin the first part of the season, and we're not sure if he can get back to his Pro Bowl form. I get Dalvin Cook, a guy who is not only dynamic as a runner, but he's a playmaker as a wide receiver. My quarterback knows him, Jameis Winston, so if you have any concerns about him in the locker room, Jameis can rally him and bring him around. I think this is a great pick. I think they would be ecstatic if he's available right there at number 19.
All right, we got the Denver Broncos up next. I'm going to say John Elway, being the smart football guy that he is, even though they need offensive linemen, and Garrett Bowles would be a great option here. he's going to surprise us, and he's going to go with O.J. Howard, who not only can catch the ball out of the backfield, but can also be a factor in the run game, a really solid player. Detroit, Buck.
Detroit. I have 2 free agents in Riley Reiff, Larry Warford. So now I'm considering Garrett Bowles in that spot, and also I'm thinking about my guy from Western Kentucky,
Forrest Lamp. You like Lamp.
I'm thinking Forrest Lamp is the guy that ends up being the pick at this situation. I think he's a solid player. We saw him briefly at the Senior Bowl. I think he's someone who certainly has upside. I think possibly can play outside. Worst case, he can go inside, but I think he has a chance to be a nice right tackle. I'm going to go with him barely over Garrett Bowles at that situation, that pick.
All right, now I'm up here with Miami. I'm going to say they go edge rusher, and they go with the fastball in this one, and that's Tack McKinley from UCLA.
You hear that?
Were you getting ready to go in that direction?
Did you hear that noise? That was Jerry Reese in the New York
Giants. Oh, a little bummed out right there?
Jerry Reese in the Giants, because we already had the card right. We had it sitting right there. Had it sitting right on the edge. Okay, so now I'm Jerry Reese. I'm the New York Giants. I'm scrambling a little bit because my guy just flew off the board. But I'm sitting here knowing that I may need someone to replace JPP off the edge. How about the guy that you previously mentioned, Charles Harris from Missouri, off the edge, giving them an opportunity to rush the passer. You have to be able to rush the passer in that division. Charles Harris, Missouri.
Like that pick. All right, now I've got the Oakland Raiders here. So I look at the cornerback position and being able to upgrade that spot right away. And I'm going to go get somebody, Teez Tabor, out of Florida, who reminds me a little bit of your guy Marcus Peters when he was coming out of the University of Washington. He's got phenomenal ball skills. You're going to have a chance, hopefully, an offense play with a big lead. You want corners with big-time ball skills. I think Teez Tabor would be a great fit for the Raiders.
He could be a possibly good fit. He's long, he's rangy. I believe he needs to clean up his back pedal a little bit. Certainly intriguing. We need to make sure that he can tackle, but he's a guy that would fit because they need to be tougher on the edge. He would give them some of that toughness.
All right, you're up here, Bucky. We got the division champs here, the Houston Texans.
There's a little nickel player. A little nickel player that's kind of intriguing. How about Budda Baker from Washington?
Okay.
And they got to kind of come in, play a nice little role for them in the middle of the field.
I'm up next here with Seattle. Offensive line is definitely an area of need still for this football team. And I look right now, just value-wise, I think when you look at Garrett Bowles still being available from Utah, I just think you
another offensive lineman.
You got to take him. You go back to the well, get another offensive lineman this year, and go pick up Garrett Bowles.
Man, Kansas City Chiefs, it falls perfectly for me the way that I like it. Andy Reid is a bit of a quarterback whisperer. Alex Smith is in year 12. At some point, you want to find the guy of the future. Nick Foles won't be on the team next year because he's going to test free agency. So how about Deshaun Watson going to the Kansas City Chiefs? Part of the reason I like this pick and this fit, Andy Reid has done a great job with athletic quarterbacks. We've seen him with Donovan McNabb. We saw him with Michael Vick. We've seen them incorporate and do a lot of spread concepts with Alex Smith. A young player like a Deshaun Watson who kind of plays a little bit like Alex Smith, I think he could be a guy that fits well in that offense and kind of gives them the guy that they can say is their quarterback of the future.
I'm up next here with the Dallas Cowboys. You've got Dak Prescott you're committed to, right?
Yep.
So you've got Dak Prescott, you've got Ezekiel Elliott coming into year 2. Let's get them another player, a weapon that they can all grow up together with. And they've got the next version of their Jason Witten, except this one is a lot more explosive. David Njoku, the tight end from Miami. You plug him into this offense, yikes. Here we go, Green Bay?
Man, I get to go back to my old squad, the Green Bay Packers. And this is something that has been long overdue for the Green Bay Packers. I believe they finally need to have a true running back. So I'm going to give them a classic running back. How about Christian McCaffrey?
Okay.
Going to the Green Bay Packers, a guy that can run the ball inside but still give you the things that you want in the passing game. This is a team that wants to throw the ball first, but they need to balance it up to win. Christian McCaffrey, to me, is a do-it-all playmaker, a triple threat, runner, receiver, return specialist. I think he has a little sizzle to that offense.
I'm up next here with Pittsburgh. I'm going to say the linebacker position, again, could be a spot of need due to free agency. So I'm going to say they go to the University of Florida and Jared Davis here, who's just a rock-solid player, can play the run, can cover. He's going to be a nice player to put in the middle of that defense.
And I'm over here grappling with my picks right now. I'm the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to take the safe way out. Let's go Dan Freeney from Indiana. I'm not 100% in love, but they have gotten better inside, but they don't really have any glaring holes on their roster, so it's a bit of a luxury pick for them at this point. Dan Frady fills the most obvious void.
Okay, I'm up next. And I'm looking at the New England Patriots. There's certain mentalities in the way guys play that remind me of Patriots. And there's a couple of them here that I'm going to choose from. The first of which is Ryan Anderson from Alabama. But then I go to somebody else who has inside-outside versatility, somebody who I liked as an edge player during the season, Bucky. Then this dude showed up in Mobile, Alabama, kicked inside to inside linebacker, and played his butt off. And I'm talking about Hassan Reddick from Temple, who to me is just a classic Patriots-type player. So some bigger names on the board, they pass over them, and they go to Temple, and they get Hassan Reddick with the final pick of the first round. There you have it. We've done it. We've made it picks 1 through 32, combining forces. And as always, I'm sure you guys all love every single pick, right? If you disagree, you can leave us a comment below and tell us who we should have picked for your football team.